Morning people, so welcome back to another video. I thought today would be a pretty cool time to do a full day of eating on my current diet during lockdown. So we're 8 weeks into this diet with around about 2 weeks left now. Calories at around about 3,050 with 272 grams of protein, 403 grams of carbs and 39 fat, if I remember rightly. That's on a training day, so we've got legs today as well. But yeah, I thought it would just be pretty cool to go through what I'm currently eating on a training day, how I'm structuring my day with food, and just give you guys an insight into kind of like how I've gone about dieting during lockdown. During this time, we've kept carbs a hell of a lot higher, just because they satisfy me a lot more. I'm hungry, and with being around food all day, just in the flat, it's easy to get hungry and it's easy to just be like, oh, I'll just eat my next meal, so to keep me full, to keep me satisfied, we've pulled fats lower, kept carbs higher. Obviously, carbs are massively fueling the training performance as well, so keeping them above 400 on a training day is keeping my training really good and progressive as well. So I'm not complaining about that at all. I don't know if this is as low as my calories are going to go. They might go lower, and if they do, I don't really mind, because one, we've got 2 weeks left, and two, I want to just be in the best position possible to push back up after this diet. So yeah, what I'm going to do today is show you guys every meal that I eat, when and sort of like why it's placed and structured where it is. We won't film the whole leg session just because, again, it's just in the front room. I'll probably just film like 2 of the bigger sets. I've got a top set of back squats and a top set of hip thrusts today, which I'll be shooting for PRs with. So we'll record them. And other than that, we'll just go through all the meals that I'm currently eating whilst dieting. About to get into meal 1 now. So my first meal, literally staple, always the same. So we'll get into it and then have a little bit of a chat about it. Just see me prepping my meal 1. It's currently 100 grams of oats, 50 grams of whey. Yeah, that's it, nothing else, no toppings. Again, this meal is one of the meals where we've managed to take things away from quite significantly. So we had nut butter, dark chocolate in this meal, and they've been easy calories to take away without kind of like eating into my hunger too much. So it doesn't feel like I'm eating any less without the dark chocolate. It just doesn't taste as good, but I'm okay with that. What I have been doing to kind of replicate a nicer flavour is I put half my whey in my oats, and then I make half my whey into like a paste, and I put that on top of the oats, and it acts as like a little bit of a topping. And I think the whey tastes so much stronger and actually like it's meant to taste when you make it into like that paste and then put it over the top, so it's a hell of a lot nicer. The wheys I'm currently using there, the Rule 1 chocolate brownie and the Perform cinnamon donut, they're both from Elite. They're probably 2 of my top 5 wheys. Cinnamon donut is number 1 all time. I challenge anyone to find a whey that tastes any better than that. But yeah, that's meal 1. I'm gonna sit down and eat that. It's around about an hour before I'm training now, so eat that, chill out for an hour, probably do a bit more work, and then we're gonna get into the leg session.
But that's alright, so you ain't affecting me. Never been a snake, living with my eyes, never been awake. Feeling like it's somebody that just children inside it. Straight out of money, I've been walking up. I've been walking up the news, got me in the streets. Got the pretty one telling me I'm cocky when I say she gonna get cocky when we meet. Stop it, gossiping, no one's bothered you, bothered. You're telling me sounding promising. Studio, the bundle, I'm whipping it and they're locking it. Cooking up a bag of release. Yeah, she back it up nice, don't pretend you prestige, you've been active all night. Not current nights, get the balance. Listen, check, you got a twist on the gen. Pull up with some gifts like it's Christmas again. I was
So be careful how you're acting, now you got a voice. Cause when it comes to parents, teachers say you're listening. From you get your back, start bleeding. You can see you make some change, but I don't know. Everything is staying, give me like the Ross and GT train. Yesterday, I struggled for some. I came home and you told me from the stuff that can work for me. Put it on the tape, please. Keep me when I'm down, I'll make you drop. With the fame, look at how they did for so got pressure on the back, so clear pressure down. I just told her to relax, and I can't even do that. Only ever wallow when I'm late on Snap. Niggas with them bitches run up on me, man.
So that's legs done. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that was a tough session. That has completely wrote me off. Those two big sets, they killed me. I'm not gonna lie, but we got it done. Beat every lift. So that's what we wanted. The rest of the session was horrific as well. It definitely wasn't worth filming because it was just me sprawled on the floor. But anyway, post-workout meal now. We are going with 150 grams of cereal. I'm using the Marshmallow Mateys because I have 150 grams and there's no way I'm paying the price of Lucky Charms in the UK. They are ridiculously priced compared to these. So 150 grams of them, 9 rice cakes, and I'm on the sweet and salty, don't know if you can see that, sweet and salty ones from Morrison's. These are quite nice. And then 60 grams of whey with the Perform Salted Caramel. This flavour is good. It's nowhere near as good as Cinnamon Donut, but it is good. Again, I'm going to make it into like a paste and then put it on my rice cakes. This is the kind of stupid stuff you do when you're dieting. You end up doing the weirdest things with your food. But yeah, it works for me. It tastes nice. So this is post-workout meal. Then I will have meal 3 in probably about 2 hours after this one, because this is a decent sized meal with a decent amount of carbs. So this one fills me up for a while, keeps me pretty happy. So prepare this now, and then I'm not going to record myself eating it, because I know that's kind of like the thing you do with full day of eatings, but after that session and enjoying my food so much at the minute, I kind of don't want to eat it just like on camera talking. I want to sit on my own and enjoy it. That probably sounds so sad, but anyone who's dieted, I mean, I'm not even deep into dieting right now, but anyone who's been like deep in a prep knows the feeling of wanting to sit on your own and eat your food. That's kind of like the way I'm getting with it now. So I don't mind showing it, but I'm not going to eat it on camera. But yeah, post-workout meal, 150 grams of cereal with almond milk, 9 rice cakes, and 60 grams of whey. I'll just show the finished product. 150 cereal, my 60 grams of whey into like a bit of a paste like I have on my oats, and then that goes on them rice cakes. Right, I just wanted to touch on and maybe try and add at least some value to this video, other than me just letting you know what I'm eating. Lockdown and this time that we've kind of all had to essentially do something with. I understand that some people have been working like just as normal. You know, people's lives haven't changed too much, so it may not apply to everyone. The angle that I'm kind of coming from with this is the extra time you're getting on a weekend and of an evening where you're not out with like friends or family, or you're not drinking, you know, out for meals, all that kind of stuff. The time that we've got back there has been absolutely ours to do whatever we want with. Now, how you have used it has been your decision, whether you like it or not. It has literally been your decision whether you've used it productively or you've not used it productively. I've seen a hell of a lot of people, just because they've not got the gym, they've completely let things go. And I know it may seem too little too late now with the gyms opening in kind of like 4 to 6 weeks time, but if you think what you could get done in these last 4 to 6 weeks, if you haven't been productive so far this lockdown, you 100% should be trying to be now. Because if you've just been sat lazing around and you're thinking, oh, I wish I'd have done something with this time, why not do something with the last bit of time that there is in it? You know, we're still going to have extra time because things aren't going to go back to normal straight away. So you're still going to have time to work on yourself, to work on a new skill. You know, I don't even mean, You're still gonna have time to work on yourself, to work on a new skill. I don't even mean like diet and train, because obviously this is gonna be a fitness related video, fitness related account, that kind of thing, but I don't mean that in general. You can be working on anything, as long as it's benefiting you, your life, and it's productive to you. Don't use the time just like sat playing Xbox, just wasting it watching Netflix. Use it productively. I am so glad, I can honestly say I'm so glad that I've used this time to work on like 3 or 4 different projects from a business point of view. I've used it to diet down, get myself in a good place to push up when gyms reopen. Like, I can happily say I've used 95% of this time very productively. Obviously, I've had a lot of time chilling, and obviously me and Hannah have spent a lot of time together just watching our favourite TV shows. We have our cheat meals together, but we have 100% used the time very productively as well. I mean, Hannah's a nurse, so she's like on the front line with it all. So while she's out working, I want to make sure I'm kind of like being as useful to myself as she's being to other people. So I'm looking at being as productive as possible all the time. I don't even know where I'm going with this, but just think about it a little bit and think about what you've done so far this lockdown. Has it been productive? If not, do something about it. You're not gonna be given this much free time in one go again for a long time. Not if you've got like a job or something anyway. So use it. Use it to develop a new skill. Use it to get in shape. Use it to build habits and get in a routine. Use it to do something, but just don't abuse it. Basically. Cool. Anyway, enough of me rambling. It is definitely time for meal 3 because it's been about 2 hours. I'm starting to get hungry again. So it's getting a little bit cold to start with. Looks like we've had our summer now. So yeah, changing to the jumper. Meal 3, like you just seen me preparing, is 9 eggs, 3 whole and 6 white, and 2 pieces of toast. This has been a staple meal in my diet again since prep. I assume it's probably the same as on my last full day of eating. But yeah, it's consistent. I like it and it does the job. So this is meal 3. Sit down and we're gonna eat this. So meal 4, just finished getting it ready now, is 400 grams of potatoes, 400 on a training day, 400 potato, 200 grams of chicken, and then just mixed veggies. And at the minute I'm using red onion, peppers, that's about it, to be honest. I do take a green supplement as well because I'm not the best at getting my veggies in, I know that. So I do supplement a greens powder on top. But this is like my evening meal, and then I have another bowl of oats later on, which is exactly the same as meal 1. So my meal 1 and my meal 5 are literally gram for gram the same thing. That is literally all my meals for the day. So we've got my oats first, then my post-workout meal, which is my cereal, rice cakes and whey. Then I have my eggs and my toast, my potato, chicken and veg meal, and oats again. So those are the 5 meals I'm eating at the minute whilst I'm in lockdown. Very high volume because simply I'm trying to stay full. So what I'm going to do is wrap the video up here, just because you don't need to see me making and eating the same bowl of oats later on. So I'm going to sit down, enjoy this meal, chill for a bit, enjoy my oats. Hannah's just got home from work, so I'm going to spend some time with her. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.